Hey everyone, welcome to another video on my channel. My name is Saket and today in this video we are going to look at is it worth buying penny stocks? If you take a look at it, the two most popular exchanges are NSE and BSE. Collectively, there are close to around 6,000 to 7,000 companies which get traded on both these exchanges. But if you take a look at it, out of these 6,000 companies, nearly 1,500 to 1,600 companies are penny stocks. So what are these penny stocks? Penny stocks are nothing but the stocks which are trading under the value of 10 rupees. So some studies refer penny stocks under 5, under 10 or even under 20. For now, let us assume under 10 rupees. So any company stock, for example, you can take Vodafone Idea, right? So it is trading under 10 rupee and it is considered to be a penny stock. So penny stock, the idea is basically you can only spend few pennies to purchase that stock. So now, there are so many penny stocks. If you take a look at it, nearly 30% or 25 to 30% of all the listed companies are actually penny stocks. If you actually end up investing in all these stocks, will you be better off? Will you actually end up making money? So this is something which we are going to explore in today's video. Before we move on with this video, I would also like to tell you about QuickAlpha's learning path. At QuickAlpha, we teach people how to trade and invest systematically. So there's a free course on momentum where we'll be teaching you a systematic way of investing, and we also have a premium flagship program called as the learning path. So here we'll be taking around 5 to 6 students per batch where we'll be sitting with them, help them personalize their option systems and equity systems and help them automate the entire thing. So in case if you're interested in learning a systematic way of approaching market, make sure you check it out. With this, let's quickly move on to the video. So let us set some ground rules before we test out and see whether investing in penny caps is good or bad. So the ground rules are pretty simple. So we are going to take close to around 1,487 penny cap stocks which were around the period of 2015. So we are going to compare 10 years worth of data from 2015 to 2025 and let us divide the entire thing into 3 categories. So the first category is multi-bagger. So multi-bagger stock is something which has delivered more than 10x returns in the last 10 years. When you take a look at it, we have out of 1,487 sets, close to around 228 stocks, which constitutes to around 15%, actually have turned out to be multi-bagger. So that means they have delivered more than 10x return. This is a fairly good number considering that nearly 15% of these penny cap stocks have actually delivered more than 10x return. The second category is what we call as the positive return that has delivered anywhere between 1% positive return to all the way around 10x returns. So under this category, we have close to around 308 stocks and this constitutes to around 21% of the total penny cap portfolio. So again, they have delivered positive returns. It can be something as minimal as 1% and up to 1000%. So it can lie anywhere around this entire spectrum. And finally, when you take a look at it, nearly 1,000 stocks, to be precise, nearly 951 stocks have actually delivered negative returns. That means they are wealth destroyers for us. So these constitute nearly around 65%. So out of total 100%, 65% of the penny cap stocks actually end up going down. So does it mean even though the 65% stocks are going down, the remaining 15% which have actually grown 10x, right? So they would have very well made up for all these smaller losses. So is it worth investing in penny cap? The question is slightly more complicated than it looks. Let's try to understand the challenges what an investor might face while investing in penny stocks. The first reason is basically it is a total randomness or it is a random bet. Right? So there are nearly 1,400 penny cap stocks and the reason why they are trading at such low value is either they won't have good fundamentals or their company would not be doing well or it would be on the verge of getting delisted. So there are so many penny cap stocks and there are so many companies with problems. And the main reason why they are traded so low is because the companies are not doing well. So now if you have to bet on a company which is going to turn around, it is actually a pretty difficult task because all the fundamentals of these companies will be quite bad. So for example, if you take a look at it, so during the time of COVID or even maybe slightly before COVID, stocks like Reliance Power, stocks like Suzlon Energy, stocks like Idea. So all of these were penny stocks. So they were trading under 10 rupees. So now if you take a look at the fundamentals of Suzlon back in that time, if you take a look at the fundamentals of R Power during that time, nobody, or at least majority of them, wouldn't have actually taken a bet on these companies. A lot of people did take some bet on Idea, but you can see Idea has not worked out that well like how Suzlon or R Power became multi-bagger. So Suzlon at one point was trading around 2 rupees. Today from 2 rupees it has already gone to close to around 60 rupees. R Power on a similar hand was trading under 1 rupee, and today that stock has gone to nearly around 60 rupees. So could you have made this decision rightly? You might or you might not. So you really don't know whether you would be picking the right ones. Because what you have to understand is there is only a 15% chance that the stock you are going to pick is going to turn out to be a multi-bagger in 10 years. And the biggest challenge is our point number 2, which is these multi-bagger returns might not come consistently. So in case of Suzlon, if you take a look at it, in 2017, the stock actually became a penny stock trading less than 10 rupees. From 2017 onwards, almost up to 2024, that is nearly close to around 7 years, right? For 7 years, the stock absolutely gave zero returns. Now, considering that you're an investor, you're seeing that Nifty is consistently growing at 12% or 13% CAGR, and now you have a penny stock which is trading around 8 to 10 rupees and it is not doing anything in spite of waiting for 7 years. Would you have the courage to keep this stock in your portfolio for maybe 8th or 9th or 10th year? So that is a really difficult decision to make if you're an investor, and practically 99% of the people would get out of the stock within a period of maybe around 1 or 2 years if it has not delivered any return. So this is the second challenge, that these multi-bagger returns, they won't come in a linear way, it won't have a consistent growing CAGR, but randomly out of 10 years, 1 year is going to be an exponential year where it is going to go up by say 1000% or even 10,000%. So you don't know when that year is going to come, and it becomes really hard to sit and wait for that year to come. So this is the second challenge. And finally, the third challenge, why you can't actually end up making a lot of money by investing in penny cap stocks, is purely because of the amount of penny cap stocks that is out there in the market. So if there is 1400 odd penny stocks actually available, right, and you have to pick a portfolio of 10 or portfolio of 20 or portfolio of 50, right, it is a very difficult thing to do. So if you are building a portfolio of 60, very unlikely that you will be picking these 15% of stocks which has a potential to grow 10x, right? So you don't know which stocks are going to grow today, because all the fundamentals of all these stocks will be quite bad from the beginning itself, right? How are you going to make a decision on which 50 to pick out of 1500? It is a really hard decision because you have to pick the top 3%. This decision, combined with the other two factors, that is the stocks are not going to grow consistently, also that all of these stocks will be having very bad fundamentals, it becomes very difficult to build the portfolio and hold it for a long period of time. In spite of all this, even though the penny stock investing looks really profitable or the odds are in your favor, practically it is not going to be possible, because end of the day we are humans, we like to seek something growing consistently. We might not, or majority will not have the mindset to sit with something for 8-10 years which has not given any return. And also fourth, I will discuss few other reasons why it becomes even more difficult. Most of these penny stocks will generally be rigged. Most of these penny stocks will sometimes be manipulated. Most of these penny stocks will usually be in upper or lower circuit. Most of these penny stocks are usually a result of pump and dump. So there are a lot of reasons why it is not easy to pick the right stock. And after picking the right stock, holding on to them for so long, it becomes one more really difficult challenge. So if I have to end with the fifth and the last reason, that is purely this strategy is not scalable. Most of these penny stocks might not be more than 1000 crore in market cap, or sometimes few of the stocks will even be as low as 50 to 100 crore in market cap. So now in this, not everything will be free float, and once your capital starts to increase, right, so you can't easily start investing in all these stocks because there will be lack of liquidity which will be coming onto these penny stocks. So there are multiple reasons where even though statistically it looks good, practically it is not possible to get into these stocks and make money. So next time when you actually read headlines like, okay, this stock has gone up so much, or this stock actually gave a multi-bagger return. These are mostly clickbait thumbnails or clickbait news headlines which a news channel would often put. But practically, to do it and come out statistically successful is a very, very minute chance. So you have to be really determined, you should really know what you're getting into, and only then maybe you can end up finding your next multi-bagger with a penny stock. I hope you have enjoyed this video and found this video valuable. If so, make sure you hit the like button, share this video, and also subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to check out QuickAlpha's learning path on the website quickalpha.in. Thank you so much for joining.